Good afternoon, students. If you take a look up here today, we're going to show you how to write a program that will turn your robot into a calculator, or at least write a program that does these types of calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We're going to focus on the one that does 35 times 453 for right now. So open up a new program. I wrote out in this comment section, I wrote out kind of my notes. So I'm going to program my robot to take in two values and perform a basic operation of addition, subtraction, etc. So the first thing I'm going to do is clear the display, create a variable to represent my first, second, and then the output value. And I'm going to put this in a forever loop. So let's see what this looks like. I already have the clear display inside my program. So the second thing I'm going to do is I need to create two variables. So let's delete all these right now so you can see how I do it. Apologies. So first one, I'm just going to call my first value. And then I'm going to create another variable called my second value. And then my third one, I'm going to call my output value. There we go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to set all my values to some number. So my first value we said is going to be 35 multiplied by 40. Write it right here. So it's going to be 35 multiplied by 453. So my first value is 35. My second one's going to be 453. I'm just going to set those values. That way I prescribe this variable to those values. Then I'm going to create a forever loop. You can do different types of loops if you want. I like the forever just because it keeps repeating. And now I get to write my equation. So I go to variables. I'm going to say, all right, let's set. But instead of first value, I'm going to say my output. And this is where I'm going to be able to perform my calculation here. I'm going to go to my operators. And since I'm multiplying two numbers, I'm going to drag one of these multiplying blocks in. And then I'm going to go to my variables. I'm going to multiply my first value, which we set as 35, multiplied by my second value, which is 453. I'm going to put it right here inside. So the output value is going to be equal to the first value multiplied by the second value. Now we just need to display it. So I'm going to say, okay, write this. But what am I going to write? Well, I want to write the output value. So my outcome, the product, if you will. So I want the output value. Let's put this at 25, make it nice and large. And then technically, because we're in the forever loop, we don't have to do this, but you can always say, all right, display this for 2 seconds. And then hit play, and you want to test it out. So on mine, when I test it out, I've got, let's see here, output value is first value, 35. Oop, I got to change this to second value. There we go. I caught myself a mistake because I wasn't getting anything. Let's try this again. And I get 15,855. If you caught that, my mistake right there, I had first value set to 35, and then I had first value once again set to 35. If you do that, you're not going to be able to get your outcome. All right. This variable can only have one value, and this variable can only have one value as well. So this has to be second, first times second. All right, give it a go, see what you guys can do.